Gentlemen, welcome to the Hustlers Only podcast, brought to you by your very own, the best, highly favorite,
Come on.
GQ Barber. That's me. Gotta talk about myself a little
You
bit.
know what I'm saying? Got to.
But nah, who am I here with today? I
Man,
got
my name is Chase Chavez Mullen,
I'm Kevin Shepard.
and we're with the Yang team. I'm a co-owner. He's the founder, and we bring fashionable motivation into clothing. We bring the hustle mentality into clothing, and that's how we got our spot going up.
Mhm.
Everybody rocking Yang in here. Yang stands for Young and Naturally Grinding. If you don't know, you need to know,
now you
Gotta
know.
and now you do know.
You gotta know.
And so, where this Hustlers Only podcast came from is from Kevin's idea, and it's highlighting people that are in the middle of their journey,
Mm-hmm.
getting to the top. So they started, they failed a little bit, they failed a lot, got some success, but now they're on a real good track record of just scaling up.
Yeah.
And that's who we want to talk to, because we want to know, how do you fail? What was it like
Yeah,
getting your stuff locked out in Fresno?
Absolutely.
And that's what we're going to discuss today, and a lot of
Yeah.
different things. So,
Yeah, we're actually gonna unpack a lot, and I'm
yeah.
actually very excited about it. I know we had these conversations before.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's time.
It's time to have it in front of the big camera.
It's time
You
to
know?
have it. We've been playing we had a lot of 3, 4 a.m. nights where we just sat up just talking about things of this magnitude.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So now just to put it out there for people to know us other than just the surface, but understand the why, what we've
Mhm.
really been through, opposed to
Right.
just Instagram, clips and all that.
Right. Raw
Now-
and uncut.
You feel me?
Raw and
So,
uncut. Yeah, we're
that
gonna
being
talk
said-
about the Yang journey today.
Yeah.
So
We stutter, you going to see it. So,
no, we're definitely gonna
all off
start.
it's all off the top, man.
Hey, this is not scripted
Freestyle.
whatsoever. Strictly freestyle.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, let's talk about Yang.
I think you got to kick it off. You
Yeah.
started
So
this.
how
I
did?
mean,
We're only here because of you. So that's the crazy part we got to start with.
love, bro. Love. Yeah, I mean, so pretty much Yang is like he said in the beginning, is young and naturally grinding.
Mm-hmm.
I used Yang as my own personal mantra
Mhm.
to pretty much get myself out of depression. I was born in the Bay Area,
Right.
raised in the Bay, then moved to, Livermore.
Mhm.
From there, moved to Patterson. If you know about these places, you know they're very different.
Farm town.
Very different.
Gotta shout out the Bay, Gotta shout out
to them for
Patterson.
sure. Patterson, all that. For
the
sure.
whole Central Valley.
Yeah,
Yeah.
without them places, we wouldn't be here either.
Yeah.
So,
Neither of us will be
Um,
here at all.
like I said, born and raised in the Bay, I had hoop dreams, of course. I had an
Mm-hmm.
idea of how my life was gonna go. And moving to Patterson just flipped all that on its head.
Mhm.
So it really steered me in a direction of depression where I
Right.
was like, okay, I can't hoop because this team out here is pretty weak, pretty boof, And from there, it was just like, okay, I got to figure something out.
Oh, you gotta chill. You gotta chill.
Oh yeah, you played.
Cause I was on the
Yeah.
team.
You was boof too.
Hey yo, you gotta chill.
He was boof too.
You gotta chill.
But-
Hey, wait, hold on. I gotta say this. Didn't you try to dunk? You fall and busted something?
I was after I crossed bro to the floor though. You got to mention that part. I'm the only one who made somebody fall in practice, and I made the shot.
When you failed,
I'll give him my credit.
I'll give you your credit, but
Gotcha.
when you failed, what happened?
I definitely busted my butt. For sure. That's why I went to fashion. Come on, man. Come on, man. That's why I had to pivot.
You know what I'm saying?
Real quick.
Yeah, dunk
yeah.
and
But so I basically used Yang as a mantra. I was doing a lot of motivational stuff,
Mhm.
putting a lot of motivational messages out on social media.
Mhm.
And from there, my natural, I guess, love for fashion
Right.
started to arise as well, and I just merged the two and pretty much created Yang.
And that's I love that story, and it's crazy because I have so many questions simply because I know me and Chase, we known each other since middle school.
mm-hmm.
And then I left Patterson, moved to Sacramento, came back to Patterson my junior year. That's when I met you,
Exactly.
and then that's when it's we used to hoop together, everything, and it's out of nowhere you just have Yang. It's a concept.
Mhm.
So I guess my question right now is what sparks your interest, not only just about fashion, but just to create that avenue for yourself?
So believe it or not, my mom actually has always been in fashion as well. Very stylish person. If you go and look in her closet, it's flooded.
Shout out to moms.
Moms.
Shout out to moms for sure.
Shout out to moms for sure.
Yeah.
She put it on when she wants to. So I was always raised color coordinating. I
Right.
started dressing myself very, very early on. And yeah, I think this is all natural. Truthfully, I came up in a stylish household.
Mm-hmm.
From there, I'm like, okay. I always loved the 90s and that whole era.
Yeah.
And you know, I just was like, how do I create that, but in a more elevated way?
Absolutely.
So
I like that. I love that. I love that. And then let me ask, creating your first design.
mhm.
I remember it was speak on it, Chase.
Hey, his first design, nothing great, but it started greatness.
Oh,
Hey,
Hey,
Nah,
yo,
I'm gonna be honest.
it was very basic.
It's a sketch in partial cursive,
Yeah,
and all it said was Yang. But you know what was more important is the why behind that first T-shirt.
for sure.
You know, his first T-shirt is him holding $25 up, his mom holding the T-shirt up, them both smiling. But the caption under is crazy. Like, one, you see your friend's mom supporting you, so you know
right.
you got to go hard on your dream at that
You
point.
have to.
But that reason why, like, I would have bought the shirt just because he was my boy.
Right.
But it was the fact that he had that message of young and naturally grinding. At that time, I was working so many hours where I was like,
Mhm.
I have to support this. Like,
Yeah.
I want you to get out of Patterson. I want you to do all these other things.
Right.
I'm big on that. This world's got so much money that if I try to be a crab in a bucket, I'm just gonna live in that bucket with everybody else.
Yeah, especially out there coming from Patterson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially.
Yeah.
And I was gonna say that as well, like Chase, like how did you guys find each other?
So when he dropped that first piece, we were always following each other on like social medias and everything.
Yeah,
And then
cool.
when he dropped it, I just instantly I was like, I need one. And then I went and picked it up from him, and we honestly chopped it up outside for a while too. But I gave him like $30 or $35, and he's like, "Hey, bro, I gotta get you change." I was like, "No,
Keep it.
Yeah.
You can have it.
Mhm.
you can have it," because it's like I worked in customer service, so to me it was like, all right, you go create, take the time to do this. Like you kind of get paid for your service in a sense. So
Mhm.
just tip, and plus like, what's $5 more?
That's a fact.
You know what I
That's
mean?
a
Like
fact.
if
That's
you're
a fact.
working a lot of hours, $5 to you is really not much, but
Yeah.
it gets somebody else to believe in their dream even more. So that $5 weighed a lot more.
No, it
It's-
did. It did. Well, I always said that too. Like the way he used to just consistently buy, but like he never let me give him change ever, regardless of how much it was. So I always commend him on that, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Huge.
Support your friends, man.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Have
what
to.
camera
All of them.
Every single.
which one
Whichever.
support your friends.
Yes.
Support
Support
your
your
friends.
Which one do we look at? We looking at this one?
I want to say
Yeah.
All right. Support your friends.
Support
You
your
have
friends.
to. Yeah. I mean, and that ultimately ended up in him being a partner
Yeah.
Yeah.
of the company. So it's like it is really crazy how you go from supporter to owner.
Right.
Like, I think a lot of people, I want that to be highlighted more than anything, because he didn't have to support the way he did.
Absolutely.
You know, and for me, it was just like I seen how passionate he was. He showed me how passionate he was just through the support.
Right.
Like it was to the point where he wouldn't just be buying for him after a while. It was for 4 other coworkers. He's like, bro, I need to pick up 6.
Damn,
I'm like,
that's major.
6?
That's major.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
That's
you need
major.
6? He's like, I got some other sales for you. I'm like, this
You
is
like
crazy.
it? I love it.
Hey, how
Bro.
can you be mad at that?
Because like the work environment I was working in is like we all like to hustle. So
Right.
when I'm wearing it so consistent, like every day I had off, because I usually only had maybe one day a week. And so like I'd come in and only Yang.
Right.
So after the 5th, 6th, 7th time you see the same wording,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
you know, people are asking like, what is this? And then I'm telling them like, at this point I was like, it's my boy's brand.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I never was like, it's my brand. Even though
Yeah, yeah,
people
yeah.
saw that, I was like, it's my boy's brand. And I told them what it meant and all that. And they're just like, dang, bro, like we rock with you, you rock with him. Like it's almost like we got to give him that respect, you know,
Right.
because of how hard you rock with the brand. So, I mean, bro, I remember when he dropped the red collegiate sweatsuit.
Yeah.
That's the one where I left. I couldn't even like carry the
He
thing.
picked up.
was-
I got
it
a
was-
picture of you with
And,
that.
and
Yeah.
that's when them red 11s had just dropped too.
They just
I believe
dropped.
so. I believe so.
The fits were
Braids.
fire during then.
Yeah. I definitely paired that same fit together.
But yeah, slowly started to, because he was staying more in Patterson during then, and I was heavy in Modesto at that
Yeah.
time. Modesto, Turlock, Merced. And so I was just flooding people with Ceres, Turlock, Merced. Like people knew in all these
The
different
whole
towns.
Central Valley.
Mm.
Whole Central Valley. And that's the cool part is like, if you are working your way up, a lot of people will support as long as you're a good person giving love. Like
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
never went to somebody and was like, hey, bro, you should go buy Yang.
Right.
I just was wearing it to wear it. I loved it. And people felt that. It wasn't like
Fuck.
a gimmick of
Yeah.
like, hey, how can I get a quick money? Kevin's gonna make this, I'm gonna make this. It's not like I just buy it.
And
Support.
then just like what it stands for as well, you know, just young and naturally grinded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bro, that literally applies to like any and everyone.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For
and I was
sure.
gonna say, even just like coming up with just that name, that phrase,
Mhm.
what do you think sparked that?
Believe it or not, it was a Chief Keef song.
Bang, bang.
I
was waiting for that.
Believe it or not.
Bang.
Yeah. Yeah. That was that era.
Shout out.
That was that.
That was
year.
that was like our junior year. That was like that
Yeah.
2015, 2014, 2015.
Exactly.
Chief Keef, we got to get you in our clothing, bro.
Hey, Glow Gang.
Glow. Yeah, it was definitely from a Chief Keef song. I don't remember what exact song it was, but he said something about Yang Stang. And before it was just Yang, it was Yang Stang. Remember
That's
that?
right.
Mhm.
That
That
is
That was
right.
the first
That is
trademark
right.
ever. So I'm like, dang, I like that. And then I took Yang Stang and I just put a meaning to Yang because that was always the one that I really did love,
Mm-hmm.
like the one word out of it. So yeah, Chief Keef song.
Hey, shout out to
All
Chief
credit to
Keef.
bro.
Yeah. And it used
All
to be
credit to
Young and
bro.
Naturally Gifted, and then
That was the first idea. For
Kevin
sure.
was like, "What's more
Yeah, grinding.
universal?"
Yeah, grinding sounds
And what
way better.
represents me more?
Yeah.
Realistically, I mean, I come from a family of hustlers as well. So
Hey, since we talking about it right now, we got to talk about them slushies. Hey,
yeah,
you really had the whole city going crazy about the
Yeah.
slushies.
yeah,
And that's, perfect because entrepreneurship, started, and it definitely ties into Yang as well.
Mhm.
exactly.
Created a supply,
Yeah.
created a demand, everything. Like, it was,
Yeah,
It taught me. I mean, it taught me business before I did Yang. That's why I think everything is meant. Like
Mm-hmm.
when I did the whole slushy company, this was literally stemmed out of my mom sitting us down and like, okay, we need extra money in the house. What do we do?
right.
I'm like, it's hot out here. It's triple digits every day. Let's sell slushies, like supply and demand. So for me, it was just like coming up with a creative item, a unique thing that this town has never seen.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna add another umph to it. I'm gonna deliver it.
Even
Right to your front door. You ain't even gotta leave.
Yeah.
And this
So
is before, like, Uber Eats, DoorDash.
Yeah, I think it was before this was like super popular for
Yeah.
sure.
This had to be like 2014,
Yeah, this was
It
before.
was a while. It was a while. I was doing this for a while.
maybe 2013 too.
It was a while,
Might
bro.
have been like right when he turned 16.
Like, this was
Yeah.
before.
You're able to drive,
Yeah,
and he had employees. That's the great part.
yeah. It's a real family business. Like, I mean, to this day, I can put up open, and I guarantee I'm gonna get hits. You feel me?
That's
So
crazy.
yeah, that company generated me like 12,000 in like 2 months.
That's
the first
crazy.
time I opened it.
That's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
wild. Wow.
That's what 72,000 a year if you would have consistently did 6K.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You can
that's
tell he the numbers guy. He broke that down too fast. But
hey,
yeah,
that is crazy, bro. Off slushies, like think about it. You wouldn't even need a 9 to
Slushies.
5. You would hit the winter part, and you'd
you got to figure
struggle.
something out. Yeah,
but,
diversify your product list. But
I mean, you think about that during summer. If you and your brother, cousin, sister, y'all just want to make some money, literally, ice. Get the mason jars. Don't go cheap because hey, those mason jars really made a difference when you drop it off in a
That's
cold
fact.
mason jar.
Ice
keep
cold.
it cold. Yeah,
Keep it cold.
Keep it
Hey,
cold.
and he used to put fresh pieces of like watermelon if you order the watermelon flavor.
You dropping the load right now.
Yeah, he
You drop-
definitely
you
giving
drop,
away
you
the
drop,
juice.
pause. You dropping the
Hold on,
load right
hold
now.
on.
You feel me? You got to chill.
Damn.
Hold
We'll
Nah.
cut it. Got it.
But no, we gonna go back. So now let's go back to Yang as a brand. Now we gotta talk about it. The wins and the losses. What did y'all first win look like? Like the biggest one for you?
Oh man. The first big win that really changed my life, like it changed my perspective, I'll say, had to be Jessica Rich.
Yeah.
I think Jessica Rich, shout out to her by the way.
Shout out to
Shout
Jessica.
out.
Shout out to Jessica
Shout
Rich.
out to Jessica Rich.
Such a
for sure.
queen. You know, she's a shoe wear designer. She designs heels for, a lot of women in the industry.
All the A-listers.
Yeah, pretty much.
Jenners,
everybody.
Foxes, Kardashians.
Yeah, yep. And
The list-
she had
the
a
list
thing.
continues.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she had a situation where she was giving one black designer an opportunity to be within her new store in the Beverly
Right.
Center. Mind you, never been in the Beverly Center, never even been in there. So for me, this was moms just telling me about the opportunity and me kind of being hesitant, like, oh, I looked, the deadline was already over. I'm like, moms, it's whatever.
It's
We ain't
over
got to
with.
do it. Yeah,
Mhm.
you know us, on to the next.
Yeah.
And she's like, she just kept pushing for me to do it. She's like, it's still up, so it's an opportunity for you to enter. I entered it, and I want to say nothing like came back with it like within 2 weeks.
Right.
After that 2 weeks, I got a text from her publicist, Austin. Shout out my guy.
Shout
Shout
out
out
to
to
Austin.
Austin.
And yeah, he was just like, we're interested. And from there, I was like, nah. I showed Mons a text like, look, like I was tripping. And yeah, I rush ordered everything. Like I literally showed.
amazing.
It was like, do you have like a product list? I was showing sketches, line paper.
I'm in the door. Hey, look here. I got it. all.
Line
What you want?
paper.
But that also goes to show if you're a designer and you don't have a sketchbook, a lookbook, or
Right.
something like that
Yeah,
ready, you're gonna fall through opportunities.
for sure. Yeah, I don't think the same the way they received me with that, I don't think it would happen in today's day and age. It was a different
Absolutely
time.
not.
Mm-hmm.
So like nowadays, you got to be more prepared, especially if you got big opportunities coming for you like that. So
That's amazing.
yeah, no, that Jessica Rich, and when that happened, it was beautiful, man. Like I think we were the top selling brand in that store.
Wow.
I want to say we sold more than her opening day,
We did.
realistically.
We did.
And
And
that was
sold
a
out.
beautiful experience, you know, like just seeing a lot of people come from the Bay, a lot of people from the
Mhm.
209,
You seeing
like,
the people
coming
that
way
actually
to
genuinely
LA.
mess with you and
Mhm.
just
bro.
The
Whole
love is
wall
felt.
going crazy, whole wall gone.
So I gotta ask, going to the Beverly Center, going to see Jessica Rich to pick up a check, you walking in,
hmm
you feeling yourself.
Definitely.
What does that look like? You gotta paint the picture, you know? You gotta paint the picture.
First check.
So-
though, first
The
check.
first one.
Yeah.
The first check?
The first
All
one.
right, so basically, imagine this. You come from a small town. What's the population of Patterson?
Like,
At that time, 20.
yeah.
So you
like
coming from a
25.
small town of 20,000, right? You rarely come into LA, but you just every time you come out here, it's inspiration. You walk in a mall, one of the most prominent malls out here, and you're in between Burberry and Versace.
Mm-hmm.
So coming from that small town, your brand is in between it. You next door, you across from YSL. And for me, it was
Jeez.
just like, that's why I said, like, that moment, I was like, whoa, like, you can really do this. Like, you
Championship.
can take it
Mhm.
all the way, you know? And it gave me that vision for that. So now it's like, after I start looking at that, I'm like, damn, like, this is really something. And I, picked up the first check. It was chunky. It was chunky for sure. And I was just like, all right, like, what's next? Like, I'm not a person that really harbors over
Mm-hmm.
wins and things like
Mhm.
that. Like, I'll be present in that moment, but after a while, I'm like, all right, what's next?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, this can be wiped away from me.
Exactly. I gotta keep going.
Quick.
Mhm.
I gotta keep going.
Okay, boom. This is a major accolade. This is a great accomplishment. On to the next. If I could do this,
Yeah,
if I could do this,
YSL's across. You got to remember, my name is not up on here. This is Jessica's name up here, but
mhm,
I can do this. So my vision just changed.
Mhm.
they sparked, and then that's amazing. And then
Yeah.
Chase, even for yourself, just like being there to witness and experience everything. Like, how does that feel for you as well? Like,
Dang, at this time, I was just a supporter still. Too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
he was one of them that came in and bought the wall for real.
Yeah. I think I came in
real.
and dropped like 600.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
Because
did.
I bought everything besides the stuff I'd already had.
Mm-hmm.
And so I bought everything. And then I had people from Patterson where I was buying them. I bought Cam's stuff.
I was
We
about to say
we
Cam.
shipped his stuff to New Hampshire.
Yeah.
So I think I spent like 1,200.
Yeah.
He's our boy out of New Hampshire.
Big supporter.
Um,
Big supporter.
he was like, honestly, Cam was my first friend that supported just as dumb as I did. Like,
it's a crazy statement.
I swear, like he was buying anything and everything.
Mm.
Anything we dropped, he bought.
Anything, gang.
And I promise, he got to a point where he passed me up in Yang.
Yeah.
Like there was points
For
where
sure.
like I couldn't maybe have paid for something during the
Mhm.
time. He got it.
Oh wow.
He has
He didn't
for
miss.
Yeah, he for sure has the biggest.
He got stuff y'all ain't even got no more.
Yes,
More than likely.
because I either lost it, an ex has it, or something, bro. Like there's
Stay on
something, you know.
Stay on track. Stay on track. Stay on track.
Nah, but seriously though, Cam is like a big, huge supporter.
And
Yeah.
shout out
Love
to
Cam, bro. Love Cam.
But that feeling, going back to that feeling, it's one, it's crazy when you see your friends doing something like that. And I'm happy I was at a point in my life where I was working hard, I had success, so I didn't have envy by any measure.
Mhm.
Like I was there like, this is crazy. How in my head, yeah, in my head,
You up.
I'm just like, I started with you buying this when you had a Blink Gildan t-shirt.
High school,
yeah.
a stencil.
A
You dig.
stencil, hey, to literally, like you said, Versace, Burberry. You got Fendi, Gucci, YSL Lacrosse. You go right around the corner, Louis Vuitton. I mean, this is when
Yeah,
Virgil's at Louis.
That's crazy.
So we're walking by Virgil Abloh's stuff every day. Like, hold on, we're not in the same room, but I'm on the same floor now.
Mhm.
And that gave us that perspective of like, not the sense of like, who are you to us, but like, why can't I be there? Why not?
Yeah.
Exactly. That's
And
amazing.
that sparked conversation with us because we all came to LA during that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that even opened the eyes more too, is us talking about it. Like, bro, we really are from Patterson.
Oh, that's a valid point too. We weren't living here yet.
Yeah.
No, we
I was
visiting.
I was just gonna say
We
that.
was hitting that road. Like,
and that was during COVID.
yeah,
Yeah, that was
peak,
COVID.
Peak,
for sure,
peak
COVID.
COVID. Yeah,
Peak COVID.
We had to keep pushing the opening date back because of COVID. So it was a soft opening, really. It wasn't even a grand opening, by the
Yeah.
way.
We made it grand.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And I'd assume just like, so for the people who don't know, Patterson, where is Patterson? How far away is it from LA? And just that drive that you guys are doing.
It's a good 4.5,
Mm-hmm.
4.5 hours. That's no traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's in the heart, the dead middle center. Because
Mhm.
Wesley is the center of California. So
West, really?
we're 6 miles from
That's
it.
crazy.
So
That's
as
crazy.
as east to west, as north to south as you get is where we're at, right in
Mm.
Central California.
I didn't know.
Farmland, yeah. And it's mostly agriculture farmland and dairy farmland. So you got a lot of apricots, walnuts,
Mhm.
tomatoes. We can go on and on. But that's who the wealthy people were around us. So like I saw the rich farmers, I'm like, they got money.
And you didn't want to be a farmer.
It's too much up front.
You're definitely not going to be a farmer.
Do I look like? Do I look like I'm about? Nah.
Let's get them country boots on.
I mean, they was rocking them shit kicker boots in Patterson.
But yeah, it came from Patterson to having an event in the Beverly Hills Mall, like Beverly Center, listening to rappers rap about this mall.
Yeah.
We just dropped in here.
Nipsey.
We just dropped
Drake.
it here.
Like every artist has talked about this place. Every person goes to shop there. Like
Yeah.
that's where Israel Adesanya bought our stuff. Shout out to Izzy.
Shout out to Izzy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's our champ.
God.
You know what I'm saying?
The guy.
Always rocking with you, even through this hate, man.
The guy.
Why you gonna laugh?
That's funny.
I lost some money.
Oh. It must have been a
We
lot.
still
I
rocking
laughed.
with
We
him,
still
though.
rocking with you though.
We
And
still love you.
You supporting the guys. You supporting the
It just
brand.
hurt
We
you
still
real
rocking
quick.
with you, but you definitely hurt me a little bit.
Yeah.
Set me back.
I forgot.
You
We
went
was
out.
watching that fight. Hurting. But yeah, man, I think that's the biggest overall feeling is how crazy it is from Patterson to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So boom. Now let's segue. Now let's go. What was next after the Beverly Center? Like, what I see you guys. You're in Foot Locker.
Mm.
You got to tell the people, how did that come about? Like, what was that conversation like?
Man,
Felt
I want to
fake.
say it was direct. I want to say it was directly like a year from launching Jessica Rich.
No, November we launched Jessica Rich. April of that following year, 6 months later, we got the first email.
6 months, yeah. 6 months later, we got hit by Foot Locker, or hit up by Foot Locker, and they hit us on the website.
Mhm.
And I didn't open it for like a month, bro.
What's the website?
The website is www.yangstang.net.
Gotcha.
Got to plug that in there.
Mhm.
Got to.
But yeah, they messaged us on the website, and I didn't see it for a whole month. And when I did see it, it said wholesale opportunity with Foot Locker. And I was like, is somebody trying to give me like a plug with shoes?
Yeah.
Like, what is this? So I'm like, all right, whatever. Like, yeah, let's get on the call. We get on the call. It's like I think we looked their names up before we got on the call.
Yeah, fully on LinkedIn.
Because I'm like, bro, who are these guys? Like,
Mhm.
if they real, we can find them.
Yeah.
Linked them up. They was some big dogs.
Yeah.
You know, we ain't gonna say their name, but
Shout out.
y'all know it's love.
Shout out
man.
to Foot
Y'all the
Locker.
guys.
Shout out to Foot Locker.
Shout
For
out
sure.
to Foot Locker for sure. Love the whole team, man. That's like our family now.
Man.
But yeah, getting that opportunity it definitely felt fake, like you said. Like I was like,
Surreal.
this is crazy because
It's
we
Foot
went
Locker.
from one store to 25 within that
6 months.
within that time frame. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like you can only imagine. It was we just was coming down from the high from Jessica Rich. So it's like, boom, we back up. Now we can do even bigger. Like
yeah.
the vision just always kept growing.
Mhm.
And it's been beautiful since the start. You know, I think that first drop initially got us to be the biggest homegrown brand within Foot Locker, #1 brand.
That's amazing.
Number one
That's
brand.
amazing.
Yeah, we brought some.
Give yourself a pat on the back if you haven't already.
Definitely. I'm gonna clap it up for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we did that. 'Cause
We did that.
That came with a lot of lessons, bro. We became #1, but it was sacrificing that for sure.
Sacrificed everything.
And I was just gonna ask because I was gonna say now let's talk about like the losses. Beverly Center, it's great. 6 months later, Foot Locker,
Mhm.
great. You're on a high, but them losses, them sacrifices,
Mhm.
you got to speak on them. Like we all know what they're like.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
What were
that
they like for you guys, and how'd you experience and just maintain your composure and just understanding like we didn't came too far to like quit.
Mm-hmm.
You
yeah,
can't.
we definitely had this conversation, and it all came down to what kept us in it is knowing your why. If you
Sure.
don't have a why, you don't have something that's just
Talk
gonna
about it.
hold you to either being accountable, pushing you through the stress, or something that's just that innate burning fire in you, it's gonna get hard when you get to things like that. So
Yeah.
we get to the Foot Locker drop, and it's we're still in COVID. So if you weren't shipping clothing from anywhere overseas, you might not know, but all the ports were so backed up.
It was ridiculous.
So
That is
like
right.
one of the ports backed up, so it takes longer to get through, but it costs so much more. So we got to a point we needed the clothing by a certain deadline, and this is why you should need calendars. Any company, any brand, get calendars because you'll lose money. But we every single day we didn't place the purchase on this order, and mind you, the shipping first day was like $6,400. We had
just to get it here.
Just to get it.
we had like $0. We were paying rent. You know what I mean? Like that's what we had money.
LA
for.
rent.
And yeah, you guys, I was gonna say, you guys are living in LA at this
Within
time.
that time, yeah,
made
we
this
moved.
jump. You know, made this jump, and bro, it was like 3 days in a row. And I think the second day we're like, all right, no, we'll make them drop price. We'll know how to negotiate this. No, we next day was like
Standing on it.
7,800. So me and him are like, bro, what do we do? That's when the panic kicked in on me and him, and we couldn't figure out an answer. That next day, we hit them back up like, okay, we can do that 70. We just said yes. We're like, please just lock this in. 9,400.
Damn.
And it's because each day was getting closer and closer to the lockdown. Like their whole city was,
So
it was
they're just-
bad over there. Like it was super bad. So they was locking the whole warehouse down.
Damn.
Like if you don't get it, you're not getting it. You know.
Yeah.
So
And it ended up getting all the way up to like, we're gonna count both the orders in because the second part of that first order came a couple months later because they had to shut down.
Right.
yeah,
So we couldn't get it. But it was 17,000 in total. But that last one was like 13,000. It went from 6 all the way up there.
That's insane.
And
get it here.
How do you stomach that?
this is we didn't. So what we got to a point honestly where like if Kevin called me or I called him, we told each other, do not call me unless you legitimately have an answer how we're gonna pay this off.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to piss in each other's mouth any more than the situation we're in. So it's like if he called me, I knew it wasn't like to stress. And it was like, hey, I got $5K right here. My mom's gonna cover me. We just gotta pay her back this, when we get paid out.
Right.
Cool, easy. All right. I called him back. I'm like, bro, I got a good amount. Like, all we need is 2,000 left. He's like, all right, I can max 1,500 on the credit. Let me hit Pops and see what's up.
Yeah.
Locked it in. Got all literally to the dollar, to the dollar. And we're going to go pick up this. Mind you, this is after we paid this. We're down this hole. I'm driving to go pick up the clothing in States, in Chino Hills. My car hits E. It goes ding ding ding. I go look at my my app to see how much money I had. I had negative $43 in the middle of LA towards Chino Hills.
So how you get out of that?
I cried. I ain't gonna lie, I cried, dude. I'm gonna let the tears out. And after I let it out, I was like, what can I do?
Yeah.
Like you get that instant, like, bro, so much anxiety. I left a good job. This,
$43 is crazy though.
Yeah.
bro. Hey, asked my mom. I was like, can I have $75?
Not even 100.
No, I asked for 75, just enough to pay that off and get me gas to get there, get back, and I can Uber. And I even called into work that day. Like they threatened to be like, hey, you might lose your job. I was like, I'm gonna lose a lot more if I don't do this.
The last thing I'm worried about is like a job right now.
I'll go apply. We're in LA,
Yeah.
millions of jobs. But
I'll Uber at this point.
I went in Uber that night, made $250, paid my mom back.
Back at it.
Bro, back at it. Literally. And so that's how like what we had to go through. But I remember calling him, telling him like, bro, he called me. He said, what you on, bro? And I was just like, man, like, life. Hit him with the puppy dog answer.
Yeah.
Hey, he laughed just like
He definitely had his tail tucked when he answered that question.
hey, he laughed. And I was
say.
so hurt.
No.
Like, when like your boy laughs and you're really hurt, you're just like, not right now, dog.
Like not even right now.
I'm not playing.
I'm not
I'm not playing. He was.
Bro just had negative $43.
Yeah.
Bruh.
You trying to ask him what's up? He just finished crying. Like,
I'm
man, he
asking
not
him
trying
what's
to
up
hear
because
that.
I just got done breaking down.
He literally was like, that's funny because I was just crying.
I gotta ask, what was y'all eating in
Fresh.
this time period? Like noodles,
Chipotle.
peanut butter
So are we
sandwich.
eating?
Yeah, what are y'all eating? 'Cause if you got negative $43, you're not really eating good like that.
Big PB&J.
PB&J or Chipotle bowl, and you get a fucking tortilla, and you got 2 burritos.
Yeah, he was big Chipotle.
Yeah.
I was PB&J, and I was fortunately back and forth from LA. So I was at mom's house. I'm like, whenever she cook, I'm taking advantage. feel
Stuffing
me?
plates. Hey,
What?
make some extra. Make some
Mom,
extra. I need that.
So shout out moms for that.
Nah, I was gonna say that's crazy, but just being in that situation, you guys definitely overcame it.
Mhm.
You went through that experience. What was your biggest takeaway from it?
Calendar. being on point with timelines. Because the moment you fall behind, it's like debt. It's just like you fall behind on your credit card, that interest goes up.
Yeah,
So it's the
it's
same
over with.
thing for that. And we've had stuff where we had to pay extra to expedite samples just to go get it to a shoot, so that shoot can go be on a campaign.
Right.
For on the running brand in New York. Like we took that.
It was Hoka.
Oh, Hoka. I'm so sorry for Hoka. And
Scratch that.
bro, it was like a 5-month, $1,500 expense we just didn't see, and we were like, dang, bro, like we could use that. Like that 1,500 could go a long way of fashion.
That's a whole drop.
But then 6 months later, we're getting calls from people in New York.
Yeah.
We're getting DMs. People are asking, where can I go buy this? So it generated the sales later on. But it was one of those things, like we learned with fashion, you're like, if you're doing something right now, you probably won't reap the benefits for like 7-8 months.
Yeah.
It's very rare you're just
Bro, you
going to
gotta
get
work
that
ahead.
instant.
It's like you just gotta plant that seed, water your plant, watch it grow, cater it, and from there just
Especially with the big billion-dollar company. They operate like sharks. So we had to not be a minnow. We had to turn into a little baby shark and start learning how to swim with them, eat with them. And that caused for all these little things of him creating a calendar like, hey, Chase, I need you to do this by this day so we can have this done for the Foot Locker team so that way the buyer can get this. And we got to send this over to legal. Like we now know it's like, okay, this is step 1 all the way through step 100 of this.
Yeah. No, that calendar is key. That just elevated our game on a different level. And like for me, I mean, the biggest takeaway for me was your village is everything. You know, like
That's a fact.
without all the friends and family that helped us take care of that, we wouldn't be sitting right here, I'm sure. The Foot Locker thing would be done. That a lot of things wouldn't have happened if we didn't have them people, in our corner. So forever love to everybody who helped us in that time, because of course it's different times now. Like we're doing a lot better. We learned from that. It was like, hey, this happened, bro. It'll never happen again.
It'll never happen again.
And we tell even like people we borrow money from, like, hey, look, this is the one time I'm asking for something, bro. But I'm like, I really need you. So yeah, village is everything.
Yeah, and
It's amazing.
The way we've gotten like our loans has never been through like my mom just dropping 20 bands and I don't have to pay back. Like the money his mom gave him during that, we paid back.
Oh yeah,
like,
no,
we paid
it's
back
mom's.
and
You
gave
paying
a
it back and
yeah,
some.
and we gave her percentage. So
For the
she's the other
company.
third person in our company with it too. And
Yeah.
that's because in 10
Off the
years, 20
train.
years, she gonna eat millions off that 5%. So
Absolutely.
man, I don't even remember where I was going with that, but I had something to go for it.
No, I mean, I think you were just saying like we had to pay all this back. Like we never got a handout.
How we got our loans.
Yeah.
How we got our loans is strictly just based off of people trusting either him, his character, his hard work, and seeing the man that he is.
Right.
And it's the same thing for me. Like the people who invested and we got our debt loans, it's like they're telling me like, Chase, I believe in you. Like I've been seeing Yang, I love it, but I believe in you and I know you'll get this done.
Take your time.
Take
no deadline. Take your time. When you got it, just give it back to me.
People invest in people.
People invest in people, and we're serious with them. We come with contracts. They're like, dang, you're serious? Like, yeah, we can figure out how you want to work this contract out, negotiate percentages and things like that. And that's because, like, bro, we both didn't have good credit.
Yeah.
So we had to figure it out. We didn't have a bank line with this amount.
Yeah.
Yeah. So people believe in us.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that pushes us to today is that I got this overly drive obsession to not let them down.
And just what you stand for, what you guys created, everything you've already been through, the pain you've endured. Like, how can I lose? Like, how can I fall back? Like, how can I just wake up saying, like, yeah, let me just cat off and go do something else, knowing you got responsibilities and duties you got to take care of.
Yeah. No, I mean, when you got as many opportunities and blessings that we've had, it's almost like you doing a disservice to the world.
Yeah.
If you don't keep going. Like we talk to schools, we talk to organizations, we share this journey that we've been through of all these losses with a lot of people, and it really impacts a lot of people. Like people wear our clothes and go harder. They put an extra day in, put an extra hour in, and that's what we made it for. Like we made it to where when you feel like you about to stop, you look down at your shirt like, nah, I can't. Because these guys didn't.
It's Yang. Come on, I can't stop.
They didn't stop, so why should I? And that's all I wanted to do.
Yeah, and it's a message that, like we said earlier in the pod, is anybody can feel this. So
Yeah.
we got people who are in high school working on their dream to working a 9 to 5, regular 9 to 5, but they love it.
Yeah.
All the way up to a billionaire. You know, like
Multiple.
on multiple
Mhm.
billionaires on private jets, wearing it courtside to their Kings game. So, shout out to Vivek,
He
PJ Viv.
PJ
dropped the
Viv.
load. Shout
Hey,
out.
The guy,
Because
yeah.
they could feel it when they put it on, and you know his daughter's telling him what the brand means. Like he's like, I can resonate with this.
Shout out to
Mhm.
Nani too.
Shout out to Nani.
She's an angel.
And
She's
plus,
amazing.
it's
Yeah.
you know our quality is impeccable. Like
Talk about the quality.
Mhm.
there is
Can't
nothing.
disclose that.
Let's just say you're not gonna get it. Like we might be the only ones, if not the only
It's
ones
like that.
with this.
Yeah, we've taken it to such big manufacturers that manufacture for huge brands.
It's gallery to
Yeah.
yeah. Let's just yeah.
Let's,
went there.
Let's go back to the babies.
Yeah.
Talking to the kids. You mentioned that.
Hmm.
What does that mean for yourself?
Talking to the kids.
Talking to the kids, going back to the high school that
Bucket
you
list,
graduated
taking off.
from.
Oh yeah, no,
Going
like
back,
I
talking to
literally
them.
wrote a list of life goals, and that was one of them. Like
Mhm.
going back to my high school and speaking, and I did it way earlier than I thought I would.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, and I'm so happy I was able to bring my brother with me,
Mm-hmm.
and that it was like a conversation where we talked about our losses.
Right.
Like, believe it or not, we inspiring these kids, but we telling them the real deal.
Mhm.
Exactly.
So when we go in these places, we want y'all to understand. There's never been any speaker like us in a town like this, because we didn't have it.
That was-
Nobody before us had it.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody has reached these heights where we from. So it's
Exactly.
like,
Speak on
this is the first time that you guys will get this, and we're gonna continue to give you this, you know, because it's just it's needed.
Yeah, and how we got to talk to the school was I was hitting up a lot of my mom's friends because a lot of them are either teachers or something,
it. Mm-hmm.
and it's like the multiple people layered trying to get that message across. It's like telephone game,
It's just
Mhm.
domino effect, just helping.
bro. And I moved back to Patterson for like 6 weeks, and we're out there, and I'm just in this mode of like, bro, I gotta get out of here.
I
And so
have to get out of here.
Gotta
No,
get
he
out of
was. He was serious.
I was so serious. I was thinking of anything to get out. And one day I was just like, bro, let's go to the school. He goes, for what? I was like, let's just try to talk to them.
Yeah.
Walked in, I didn't recognize not one person besides one girl in the corner or one lady in the corner. And she goes, hey, Chase? And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I'm your mom's friend. Like, and then she
Oh,
said her
wow.
name, and I was like, oh, like I know your name.
Mhm.
And then she goes, yeah, let me take your stuff down. I'm gonna pass this off to the career choices teachers, right? Career choices
Mhm.
teachers.
Just like that.
Bro, we got hit
Hit
up.
say same day, right?
Yeah, we got hit up the same day by one. The next day we got hit up by one, and she's like, I want you to come before you go to that class.
Yeah. She was like, I want y'all first. Like,
Yeah.
so
Hot commodities.
hey,
Take a shot, put yourself in the environment. Don't be afraid of the no. We would have walked out of there with our chest up, head high,
Mhm.
figured out something else.
for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, no is not a no. I just feel like
Yeah, we don't take those.
I just feel like you just haven't convinced the person to say yes. They don't trust you.
1,000.
Like
I
find
like that.
Yeah, find a way to make them trust you.
If they tell you no, it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Because then it's like they're engaging with you. So it's like you said, I just haven't told you the right thing for you to be like, yeah, that's worth it.
Exactly.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we maneuver, man. I mean, there's been constant times we ran into problems or roadblocks, and it's just like, all right, how do we pivot around this?
Right.
You know, like we were supposed to do a pop-up. The organization was like, oh, y'all too late. Like, you can't. I'm like, okay, cool. Like, shook his hand, we on our way. I said, I sat in the car, I was just like, let's pop up on the curb. Like, let's put our table out.
We ain't inside the event, but we outside it.
Right outside it.
And we dealing with everyone.
We hitting
People leaving,
everybody
people
first.
coming.
We met 19 Keys that day for like the third time.
Shout out to bro.
He showed
Yeah,
us a lot
shout out
of
to
love.
19. He a solid guy. Solid guy. You know, his whole camp. And yeah, that's what it's about, man. I mean,
Just reaching out to the people. Just
Hey.
back.
if a no crumbles you, you're not meant for this game.
You're not, man.
Let's
You
just say
gotta
that.
have thick skin.
Mm-hmm.
Have to.
Cause I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people when they realize they tank on E and their account is down negative $43. Yeah, a lot of people wouldn't be able to get out of that situation.
Mm-mm.
I didn't even mention I couldn't buy my son diapers.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
In real life.
Yeah.
And so what did that I gotta ask. Figuring it out when it's like, okay, damn, I can't even get my son some diapers.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is not player.
It's not.
What you do.
When you're back against the wall, you figure a way out. You know, so for me, it was just like, I think I started a new business. It was like a disinfecting company. And like I said,
I remember that.
yeah.
Mhm.
And this was, like I said, peak COVID. And it was just like, dude, I got to find a way out of this. I ended up
Have
getting
to.
a few clients. And, the clients at the time, it was like $400 a client. You know, my mom's sharing the business, I'm sharing the business. I'm door to door.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was doing anything to get something, you know, and ended up paying off. And I think what it taught me though is like, you can be down bad and like, as long as you don't stop and sit in that,
Mm-hmm.
you can work your way out of anything.
You got to find a way.
Like if he can be negative 43 in his account, he can sit there and sit in that and stay that way, or he can do something about it. Mom, can I get 75 so I can go Uber and make 250? Now he back. He do it again. Now he really back.
Yeah.
You feel me? So it's like, it's just not sitting in it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever let it just stop you. You got to just keep going. And that's why even when I wins or losses, you got to just keep going.
Mm-hmm. No, that's a fact. Because I was gonna say, do you feel like you have to experience those type of moments?
You have to.
1,000.
It builds a lot of character, and it makes you lose your ego as well.
Yeah,
It'll
that's
humble
true.
you. It'll humble you for sure. And I think that's one of the best benefits of like what we've been, this journey we've been on. We really don't operate in ego whatsoever.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I've never seen that from either one of you guys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
appreciate that for sure.
man.
I mean, we around so many people. It's like, bro,
You're around like some people.
You know,
big dogs.
we are. And we get in those rooms by honestly just putting ourselves out in environments.
And just being yourself
Yeah.
at the end of the day.
Right.
Like you're the same person. Like obviously not the same exact person
Yeah.
I've known since middle school, but the man I've seen you become, like, bro, it's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys are literally like honest, simple, cool as hell, grounded. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Appreciate that.
it's no facade. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're just genuine people, and most of the people we talk to, just they could feel that. They could feel the energy. That's another thing we've really talked about is these people will allow you inside that room if they think you deserve to be at that table.
Absolutely.
Even if you can't provide as big of a steak as everybody else, you still deserve to come eat with us, and we
Right.
know you'll be able to provide this tomahawk very soon.
They see you in that light.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not gonna let you around if you're not within the same light.
That's a fact.
Yeah,
Yeah, because really wealthy people are selective of who they allow around them,
very.
and especially because there's so many takers in this world. Like
Mhm.
me and him, we've sat with so many different people in different companies, and we never give off taker energy. All we do is
Mhm.
just say like, you know, nice to meet you, appreciate this. This is what we do. We want to
Right.
know your story. And at the end of it, you know, either Kev or me is big to be like this. Hey, if there's anything you need, you know, he's up near the Bay Area. I'm in
Yeah.
LA. You need me to go stop here for you, do something for you. I'll go do it.
And that's serious too. That's not just words.
Yeah, and that's
Like, we
building
really
like,
gonna do that.
relationship
Mhm.
as well.
Yeah.
Got to do some free things to get some big returns.
You gotta be a giver, dude.
Yeah, you
Mhm.
have
You
to.
gotta be a giver.
You have to be. You have to be. That's amazing. Damn, this is great.
This is.
It's been we just peeling back the first second layer, man. It gets so deep.
Yeah, and I was gonna say, like, now with that being said, like, what's the goal here? What's the goal with the podcast? What's the goal with Hustlers Only? Like,
Oh,
what are
man.
let's talk to the people. Like, what we doing?
Man, the goal ultimately is to build a platform for anybody in the world, not just here, but anybody in the world that has built their way up to be exactly who they want to be. You know, like we all got to start somewhere, and I feel like we go back and tell the school about our losses.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much value in that story.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and for us, we wanted to build this platform not only to tell ours, not only to tell yours, but to share so many different stories because everybody has a unique journey.
Absolutely.
And them telling their losses could help you,
Right.
you know, or help that person or help, you know. So it's just like, it's all about just getting stories out there for me, you know, and I'm sure he can agree.
Yeah, same thing. It's just wanting to hear people struggle. Like,
Yeah.
it makes
Don't
you,
even tell me to win.
Yeah. Like, because I
That's a
got you
fact.
here because you are a winner. You
Exactly.
know what I'm saying? But I want to know what kept you up at night. Like when you went to
Mhm.
sleep and you're just like, nah,
Mhm.
like, I can't go to sleep like this again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like we dropped this piece for our second Foot Locker drop, and it's gonna kind of pertain to this. It said, at the end of the day, I can't go broke. And that came after that.
King.
We've 43 negative, can't buy diapers. That meaning
Yeah.
came from that. And it was like,
Mhm.
bro, I'll stand, like I got goosebumps right now. I'll stand on this.
You have to stand on that.
Like at the end of the day, even if I go and reinvest our money back in and we hit zero for a month, not zero, I'm just waiting for the return to come in. But
Yeah.
it's like, I'll go dead broke for that. But at the end of the day, I can't go broke. So if I'm not getting an ROI on it, it's really deadbeat to us at this point.
Sacrifice it all when I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. And
That's a
so
fact.
this podcast is for people like us who, in the middle of our journey, haven't even hit a crazy arc yet, and when we
Yeah.
do, it's gonna be historical. And then
Sure.
same thing for you, like
Yeah.
you know, our boy. Next episode is gonna be all about him, but
Yeah.
you know, he has a crazy cool journey to
Mhm.
getting to where he's at, to where he's cutting, to his client list, to how quick of a honestly thing it is. And it's one thing is me and Kevin were picking you up the other day. Nobody else in the barbershop, nobody else in there. And then if you look at his stories every day, first one in, nobody else in the barbershop.
Last one out.
First one in, last one out. And people wonder, like, how do you go to a new town like LA and just kill it? Some people come out here and fail.
Yeah.
Can't get
that's a
clients.
fact.
Bro, I'm out there 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. and I'm going to build a client list. He's walking out there. Hey, this is my cut. Like, literally, IG. Hey, you look, this is my cut.
Hey,
You
yo,
like that?
And he probably took 1,000 no's before he got 10 yeses.
bro,
And then
1,000.
10
Like,
yeses,
More than 1,000.
boom. Once you cut somebody's hair, every time they're like, dang.
Bro, I
Yeah.
used to give out free cuts when I first moved out here just to have somebody in my chair because I didn't like the simple fact of I'm in a shop and everybody else cut.
Mm.
And I know I'm nicer than y'all. Like, come on,
Mm.
bro. Somebody sit down. Bro, don't even pay me. Just give me a tip.
That's how I go.
And
Give.
just
You
go
gotta
tell your
give.
friends.
And just putting myself out there, just like numerous amounts of cards, just like advertising.
Yeah.
Anytime I have a conversation with someone, yo, by the way, I'm a barber, this, that, and the third, like,
Mhm.
pull up on me.
Mhm.
And I promise you won't regret it. But we can't talk about that. You know, that's
Yeah.
another.
Yeah, I was gonna
We
say,
dropping
y'all
too
gonna-
much.
y'all
We
gonna-
can't talk
I'll
about
just
that.
save
Right
it for
now.
the
Yeah,
next
we gotta
joint,
say that.
man.
But that's that hustler. And
But that's what
the
it's about.
hustlers only. Like,
Yeah.
That's why we created this podcast for. Not every barber gets their cousin to be the NFL player and make it up there. He didn't know nobody out of his client list out here besides me and him.
Literally,
And so
literally,
it's
and a couple homies I went to college with. Shout out to them. But other than
Mhm.
that, no, just y'all. We came out here specifically. We had that one sit down conversation once we talked about it. Like, yo, we can all do this. This is
Mhm.
something. This is attainable.
Yeah.
You know, we got the same hunger. We got the same drive
1,000%.
from the same city. Like, come on, bro. Like, and we did it.
Mm-hmm.
Literally did it.
Literally just
Bought a
took
case
action.
of Bel Air and talked about our dreams.
Yeah, about a
man.
case of Bel Air. Now that's
Now we living.
the norm.
Shout out to our partners.
That's the
Out
norm.
Belair, Rick Ross, and
Definitely.
everybody.
Definitely. Them the guys.
Man. And so as we conclude our first episode of greatness, and just know
That's
this
crazy.
is not gonna stop.
Nah,
No.
not at all. It's
This
only
is
gonna
the
get better.
first of thousands of episodes.
Oh, yeah.
And
Guys.
the guest list is
Oh, yeah.
the guest list is
Oh yeah, that
insane.
we already,
It's already
we already got
insane.
booked is insane.
Mhm.
And I can't even imagine where it's gonna be at in a couple years. And I can't imagine the media company, how Hustlers Only is gonna grow as a company,
Absolutely.
not just this pod.
We're going to inspire the world.
Yeah. One person at a time. And I'll take one person gets inspired a day. That'll
Yeah, that's-
compound over so many years.
That's all it takes, just one person.
Mhm.
Like, regardless,
That's it.
we're gonna spark the mind of one person.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to quote the great Nipsey Hussle, who we all look up to, is the highest human act is to inspire.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is how we can do our God's work and inspire y'all by telling y'all how we failed, how we got through it,
Yeah.
and just being real with
Yeah,
it.
them just real conversations, real stories, real events.
Mm-hmm.
Like even me, like my voice is trembling. And
Nothing
Talking
is
about
fabric.
you know,
Nothing is fabricated.
forever. Yeah, and
No.
it's just it's amazing to even be in this space.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing to even be able to create something of this magnitude because, bro, like we're gonna change.
We in
a
a
lot of
studio
things.
talking on podcast right now. I'm proud of all of us.
Hey,
man. I
what?
gotta
Shout
say
out!
that.
Shout out to mom! Shout out to the fam! Shout out to
Shout
the
out to
gang!
everybody.
Shout out to the guys! Like
Yeah. Shout out to everybody that helped us get to this point.
everyone.
And
Because now it's our job to help others get to this point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And shout out to the people who fell off, man. Like, no hard feelings, but
I love y'all the most.
I love y'all the most.
Yeah.
I love y'all the most. And what I have to say, you know, the day and age we live in right now, we know a lot of people, right?
mm-hmm.
So with that being said, to all of our peers, like you can repost a person you've never met. If you can repost their content,
Yeah.
if our content comes across your page, all you have to do is repost it for us.
That's it.
That's all you got to do.
That's it.
You can repost John Doe and you ain't gonna never meet John Doe. Why you can't repost us?
Because we going to actually show you some love.
Yeah, we gonna show you
feel
some
me?
love.
And if you're really doing something great, either I'm gonna put you in a position, reach out to somebody and have them put you in a position, or if our business aligns like this,
Yeah.
we'll go into business
If
together.
it makes sense, we'll make dollars.
100%.
Fact.
That was a good one to end with.
Yeah, that was
That was nice.
that was like that.
I'll give you that.
He was waiting all day for that one.
He definitely was. He was
Yeah,
holding
because you
that.
know I was asking so many questions, so this is like I couldn't wait to talk my ish a little bit.
Yeah,
You see, I ain't even try to cuss.
I know.
I've been
I don't think
doing,
none
I've
of
been
us
doing
did.
good. That's why I'm a
Yeah,
little silent. I'm like,
None of us did. Like,
trying to hold my tongue.
probably just
man.
said like,
I'm the worst though, so I was really like, make sure I'm good.
Yeah. But nah, man, I just want to say thank you to both of y'all as well, man.
absolutely.
Oh yeah,
I mean, it's beautiful that we had these conversations on a regular, but it feels different in front of the camera.
100.
So
Yeah.
I really feel inspired and powerful. I know this is gonna be something great.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So every Wednesday, we are gonna be dropping our shows. It's gonna be called Wealthy Wednesdays.
Yes, sir.
Mhm.
And the reason it is called Wealthy Wednesdays is Kevin created I guess essentially a segment in Yang.
Mhm.
Every Wednesday we send out an email, either the wins, losses, something that inspired us, a movie we watched and how it pertained to a design he created.
Yeah.
Anything you could think of, but it's that wealthy message to inspire, to keep your mind going on the middle of the week. You know,
Mhm.
Wednesday, you're like, bro, I just got out of work. Like,
Right.
you know, and we
That's a
send it
fact.
at 8 p.m. So I know you had a long day. I know this.
Mhm.
Like, I had a long day too. So I want to
Yeah.
give you something that we
Keep you.
felt to carry you through the rest of the week.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so beyond the emails, now you got something you can watch through the weeks. You
Mhm.
know, when you get to Wednesday, you
Mhm.
got something good to look forward to.
Yeah,
That's a fact.
for sure.
Yeah.
Hump day.
Wealthy Wednesdays, man. So I want to give a shout out to our sponsors, Yang Vibe on IG, Yang Vibe _ on Twitter.
Mhm.
Shout out to Bel Air.
Shout out to Bel
Shout
Air.
out to
Shout out Rick
Bel Air.
Ross.
Shout out to Ross for sure.
Yeah.
Red Bear. Shout
We're
out,
going to get the
man.
biggest hustler on this one day. And I can't wait
Boss.
to use this quote later.
Yeah, I gotta tell, bro. Like, you feel me? The reason I got a beard, hey, favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
It just made sense.
I'm ready, man.
I'm happy, yo.
I'm
Yeah.
ready.
I can't stop cheesing. This
Let's
is
get it.
Should we pop this right here?
Can we?
Can we?
pop it?
Can we pop the?
Oh,
Pop it.
yeah, we should have pulled up with more. We
Wait,
should have had some
hold on.
more,
You
everything.
crazy.
Oh,
Please.
Oh, please.
Please.
God,
Wow.
this
Hey,
is
Ross. Hey, believe it or not, and we talked about this in the hallway. When that first day where we decided we wanted to move to LA,
Mm-hmm.
he was wearing that
I
shirt.
was wearing this shirt.
He had a white bottle, and he said, "Shout out Kev, shout out Rick Ross, and shout out Yang."
Mm.
And it's like, look at what we're doing now. Thank you so much.
And you know it's
Oh.
crazy too. You remember we came out here, and we had to hop in a tow truck.
Oh, yeah. When we crashed. Good
Don't even speak on that.
Yeah.
Hey, we got to. This
Hey,
is
Nah,
Hey,
we're
real
not speaking.
story.
We're not speaking on that.
real story.
That's a
No.
10-year from now story.
We're not speaking on that.
But I
Let's-
was gonna be selfish and pop this bottle, but we got to give it to the creator.
oh,
this-
shit. Okay.
And I was gonna say I was just bringing that story up as well, simply because
Get it.
we talked about it in the tow truck as well, just like the connection with Ross, trying to get a sponsor, and just like what he means to
Yeah.
us.
Right.
Man, he inspired us so much when he worn our clothing so many times. He's
Show love.
literally worn the hat and says one time for Yang.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then another time he's walking over the clothing
Hustlers
after
only.
we all sent these packs in, and he goes, "Man, shout out to the hustlers, one time only for Yang."
Mm-hmm. He went
He-
crazy.
He calls us out like,
Showing love.
"Hey, we tag him a lot. He'll go and like our stuff. He don't follow
Yeah.
me yet."
Yeah.
He reposted one of my reels when I explained how we got the clothes to him.
Mm-hmm.
He reposted. He showed mad love.
Mm-hmm.
Mad love.
Damn, that's nuts.
We gonna get Ross.
Ross,
I can't wait.
I
I
can't.
cannot wait. We gon-
I'm personally gonna gift you a bottle.
hey, let's pop this, man. In honor of doing our first pod.
In honor of the first pod.
Yep.
Yes, Sirski.
Come
Get it.
on.
Oh. Hey, man, what you want me to do, man? What you want me to do? Yeah.
Hey, yo.
Party foul.
Party.
Ah,
Wow.
that's what it's about.
Hey,
Bubbles.
get my hand real quick.
Oh, go ahead.
Hey, man, you win some, you lose some.
That was a win
That was a win.
in my eyes.
Yeah, this is nuts.
Pull up, man. Y'all tripping off the bubbles.
Hey,
It's that bubbly,
That's
real bubbly.
that's some bubbles for my troubles.
No troubles.
Nah, that's smooth.
Oh, man. this
Toast
is
real quick.
nuts.
Make sure the bottle front and center.
Ah, man.
Salute.
Cheers.
Hey,
Cheers, fellas.
to greatness.
Greatness.
Greatness to greatness.
Many more. Success. Everything. Growth, prosperity.
Mm-hmm.
Bel Air ain't ever tasted so good.
God.
In front of a camera like
Why
this?
is it that sweet?
I don't know. You know, it's crazy. This is my first time drinking out of a cup.
Yeah, because we
Very
usually
true.
we usually
We
just
use it
bottle
just
it.
straight out the bottle.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Bottle or actual glass wine or champagne glass.
Bottle.
Yeah, we bottle boys. This smells and tastes so good in this environment. Hey, and one time, shout out to the Master Investor.
Yeah.
Shout out to Earn Your Leisure because y'all are a big inspiration to us as far as seeing how you can make an impact into this world.
Mhm.
From financial literacy, from bringing other entrepreneurs on.
Mm-hmm.
And so, big inspiration from us. So, it's kind of ironic that we are in Ian Dunlap's, one of his recording studios.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
Those guys are big people we look up to. We already know we're going to be on their podcast one day. We've already said this. but-
Absolutely, bro.
Actually, all of us. Once they see all of us
Absolutely.
doing this, come on. It's a wrap.
It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
So, man, let's toast up to greatness and let's keep on being great. Let's keep on building Yang out so we can put others in great spots. You keep on being great because one day you're going to own multiple barbershops.
Oh, man.
Man, we're going to have a Yang barbershop just cause. Just cause he got hella barbershops. We're like, man, let's go business on this one. right here.
Let's just do one, Yang.
Yeah,
Partner up.
just do
Let's
it.
just partner up just because.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Yang capes, Yang smops. Hey, man.
I'm already on it.
Yeah, I still gotta give you.
I'm already on
We'll
it.
talk about that.
Yeah, I'm already
we'll
on
talk
it.
about
We need
that.
the Yang beard. on
No
it, too.
question.
Oh, bro, I already. That's another
I
conversation.
know you have a recipe. So
Yeah,
hit
that's
us.
another conversation.
All right, y'all.
Peace, love, and success.
Peace.
Yes.